In this video, I'm going to show you the exact blueprint that you need to follow in order to make more money in your business through content, right? It doesn't matter if you're running a brick and mortar business, local business, or even if you're a coach selling info. This strategy works, and I've implemented myself in my clients' content, right? It got them more business. It doesn't matter what they did. They got more views, more people walk in, more people booked appointment, and they made more money. So I just want to share with you the exact, like the short, this is going to be a short video. I will also share with you the exact SOP right here, as you can see, that you guys need to take after watching this video. I just prepared a Google Doc. By the way, if you need access to the Google Doc, you can always DM me on Instagram and I'll send it over to you, right? So without any further ado, let's get into the video. So there's something called 3 layers of content, right? There's top level funnel content, there's mid level funnel content, and there's bottom level funnel content. Now, those of you guys watching this, you probably might be aware of this system, but some of you might not be aware of the system. So anyways, I'm creating this so for you guys to know what it is exactly. So if you're running a brick and mortar business, or if you're running a coaching business or consulting info, whatever you're doing, there's always this three, there's always this three patterns of content that you follow. There's like a funnel, which you can see is like a funnel, and at the end there's always a qualified buyer, which you have nurtured along this sequence, along this funnel, right? So the first layer is top level funnel. What that basically means is that you're creating content based on what your ICP wants, your ideal customer profile, right? Targeting your ICP is one of the most crucial thing you can ever do in your entire motherly life, right? Because if you're not selling to the right people, if you're not showing the content to the right people, nobody's going to see it. Nobody's going to watch it, and nobody's going to click that link in bio that you're promoting all the time. Remember that, right? You can have 1 million views, right? But no money coming in, right? But you can have 50,000 views, right? And you make 2 grand. Why? The reason is because this 50,000 views was targeting to the right ICP, but this million views was targeting to some bunch of, you know, grandmas that have no money to pay you, right? That's the difference. The moment you master how to create content your ICP wants, your ideal customer profile, that's where you will make more money. If you're a business, right? If you're a brick and mortar business, if you're fencing companies, I've been working with fencing companies, implementing this exact system, and they've got millions of views and tons of businesses, right? So if you create content around what you want, what your ideal customer profile wants to see. For example, if I'm a homeowner, if I own a house and I have problem with my backyard, I want to install a fence, right? And sometimes, it's like a DIY stuff. You create content in order for your consumer to, get some like help when they're doing DIY stuff, do it themselves, right? Because not everybody can afford to pay a fencing companies thousands of dollars to install a fence. Some people would like to do them on their own, right? So you teach them how to do it. That's the top level funnel content right there. In the info space, you've probably seen people creating courses, like YouTube free content, right? 2 hours long, 3 hours long. That's top level funnel content right there. It creates brand awareness that brings new leads through ad or organic content. This basically works in ads as well. If you're running a meta ads, your creative must be so good that has these 3 layers of content system implemented, because obviously when you're creating creatives, there's multiple creatives you create, right? So this system must be implemented into it. But if you're running organic content, this is a must, bro. Like, okay, so you create top level funnel content, brand awareness, people get to know you, like, okay, who is this guy, what they do, what their job is, XYZ stuff, right? Now we go on to the mid level funnel content, right? This is where people are kind of warm, right? So here, obviously, you're getting cold leads, right? Everybody's coming in, nobody knows you, who the hell you are, nobody cares, and they just saw your content. Good. Now we get into the mid-level funnel content. This is exactly where the lead shows interest in what you preach and what you educate, right? So they're actually kind of, liking you a bit. They're like, okay, Mo's got a point. I like his content. Let's go through other content that he's put out on his YouTube. So that's where you start getting all the eyeballs you're getting. You're getting into the mid-level funnel content, right? The moment they show interest, that's where you implement something for free. Like, for example, in our clients, he's a barber. We implement a lead magnet, which is a beard guide, right? So this is where people show interest and they sign up and they give their info, like the emails and contact info, for us to send them the lead magnet, right? So this is where people are raising their hands. They're like, hey, you know what? I like your stuff. What else there's I have to do, to get more of what you're doing? So we have a lead magnet, free ebook we have, and there's like a lot of people signing up. So that's a mid-level funnel. This is where people are kind of warm. They're getting warmed up, right? Here, obviously, people are cold. They don't give a damn what you're posting. They just came in. They don't know. They came into your world. This is what I like to say, right? You watching this content right now. You are the top level funnel content, right? I'm here right now. Slowly, you're gonna go on my Instagram after watching this video. Most of you would go, or some of would you go? You would go and get this, this document I have right here, right? So remember, I told you guys, like, if you need access to the document, I can share with you. Just DM me on Instagram. Those who are gonna DM me, these are mid-level funnel content people, right? These are the people who showed interest in my content, right? They got an ebook. Now I can basically, if they're highly qualified, my setter or whatever, or me myself, I can qualify you whether you're a qualified lead or not. If you are, I'll book you in a call and you'll be my client, right? So that's how it works. This can be implemented in your business as well. Let me give an example. Let's say you are running an HVAC business or plumbing or solar, local business owner. You are watching this and you are like, okay, how can I implement this in my own system, right? Here's what you're gonna do. You create top level funnel content, right? You create content that you believe your consumer is gonna watch, right? You don't want to create content out of the blue. You wake up from your bed and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna create content. That's not gonna work. You have to create content that's good for your ICP, delivers value, and educates them, right? These are three components. So if you create content around that, people are gonna watch, especially your ICP. Once they watch, they're going to go to the mid-level funnel content. Obviously that you're going to have a CT at the end. Hey guys, if you want a more in-depth video, go check out my comment the word YouTube. I uploaded a new video. You can get a complete tutorial. Perfect. They comment the word YouTube, you send them the link. Perfect. These are the people who showed interest in your content. You can literally get a setter or somebody who's in your business, follow up with them and say, hey, how did the YouTube video you watched liked? How was it? Do you want more of it? Cool, here's the other thing you might like. This ebook that we're selling for $4.99 or $9.99, whatever, right? Maybe to help you out. Cool, now you're starting to put, these are warm leads. These are people who showed interest. So they're going to go eventually buy some of it, right? And then you just drag them to the bottom level funnel. This is where they're highly qualified. Now this can be done through a CRM software, or if you're running on Instagram. It doesn't matter, like if you're a fitness coach or whatever, if you're selling info, yeah, you can do this on the DMs, right? But if you're a business who are doing brick and mortar, you can do this on the email marketing sequence. You guys can run like complete email marketing sequence. For example, in our barber, like he's a barber, one of my clients, we implemented this exact system. So we are doing email marketing through like warming up the leads and booking them appointments, right? Walk-ins and stuff like that. So it depends how you utilize it, but the whole concept is the same exact thing, right? You use the top level funnel content, which is a brand awareness. You use the lead in the mid-level funnel, and then you try to qualify them to book an appointment with you. It doesn't matter if you're a dentist, right? If you're a dentist, this is a great example right here. You can book them on a free consultation, right? And then you can pitch them a high ticket offer at the end. Hey, you might need this XYZ stuff. I'm not a dentist, so I don't know what you guys are selling, but you get the gist, right? So here's action steps you guys need to take in creating content after watching this video, right? I want you to take 20 minutes, just 20 minutes, right? Not 30 minutes, or you can do 30 minutes as well. It doesn't matter. You create 5 value posts, right? Make sure you create 5 value posts, or you can create 3 depending on how much time you got, where you talk about the solution, right? I want you to create content. Bro, listen, dude, like in 2026, if you're not providing value to people, I don't understand what you're doing here, right? Like, you need to be focused on providing as much as value as possible. By the way, this video I'm creating, people pay me thousands of dollars, all right? This is my exclusive to clients, right? But I'm going for free. I'm providing value to my cold audience, where they're gonna be thinking like, okay, wait, Mo's free stuff is so much valuable. What if I pay him? He's gonna have more of it, right? That's the state you're gonna bring people into. So create 5 value posts. Talk about the solution of your ICP, right? talk about what they need, ideal customer profile needs, right? That a consumer cares about. If you're running a fencing company, dentist, info, what does your consumer need from you, right? This is exactly what you can tell based on your industry through data. I'm not a dentist, I'm not a fitness influencer, so I don't know. But through data, you can understand what your ICP wants, right? And you create 5 niche interesting topics around it. I told you guys how to find viral interesting topics. You can watch my other videos on how to find. You can go through my channel. I just made a video on how to find viral video ideas that generated my clients 105 million views. You can steal that, implement it in your system, and yeah, all I need is thank you from you guys. All right. Anyways, so you get a topic from ideas from like business story, uh, you filled in, or problems that you have solved for clients. You go to competitors and you just get insights from there, right? If you are a fencing company, or if you're a dentist, see who's the biggest in your space, who's the biggest one, that big dog who's dominating the space in social media. If you're a chiropractor, who's the biggest guy on the field that's dominating the space. If you're a fitness influencer, who's the biggest guy in that space? Go learn from that guy. Go learn how is he posting content. Get insights. What are the people engaging on? Every single thing, every single metric matters. The amount of likes, the amount of views, the amount of people commenting. Comment section is one of the gold mines you can ever have. People commenting shows you that people are interested in what they're posting, right? Some people have questions. If they have questions, you create content around that questions, and then you DM them and say, "Hey guys, I saw you ask a question. Here's a free video I made." Bro, so much sauce this is out there, right? Literally, people always have questions, right? If you go to some fitness big guy on Instagram, and they have, so if you go to the comment section, even on YouTube, right? If you go to on YouTube comment sections, you will literally know how many people have questions that are unanswered. You take that question and you create content around that, right? And they're gonna love you. They're gonna love you from their heart, all right? And then they're gonna pay you, right? So have a business story, problem that you have solved for clients. Maybe this could be a testimonial, credibility. Like for example, I showed in my other videos my clients' testimonials and the numbers we did for them. Those are credibility that I can leverage as a marketing material to get more clients, right? You guys can do the same thing. 2 hours task. This can be 1 hour, depends on who or you can hire a VA to do this. It doesn't matter if you're a business owner, you can do it through a VA or whatever, or somebody in your team. At least create 45 short form scripts, 45 seconds. Short form content, the reason it's called short form is because it should be lower than 1 minute. I know a lot of people say that, oh, 1 minute is good because it pays you money. But again, we are not here to make quick money, right? We don't want AdSense. We don't need money from TikTok. We need to create content that's gonna give results, that's gonna give conversions, right? So you create 45 second script, short, or it could be 30-second as well, on the topics you found through my strategy. I posted other videos, you can check it out. Build the foundation. You can use ChatGPT to speed up the process. I'm not a big fan of ChatGPT. I use Claude a lot. Claude AI, if you guys don't know, you can just search it up. It's so good, especially like in the past month or so. It's been developing so fast. Literally, it's been like crazy. You can use Claude, you can use Gemini, all those of things. You can also use DeepSeek. I'm not a big fan of DeepSeek anyways. But yeah, those are some softwares that you can literally use. Claude with ChatGPT, bro, that's insane. Like you guys can literally prompt the ChatGPT and go on Claude, input the prompt, and bro, it's so fire, bro. Amazing. But yeah, I'm giving so much sauce. Anyways, the next step is that you need to set up your phone and record a script that you have created. Obviously, you take out the phone, have your laptop open, see the script, create content. That's it, right? You can edit it yourself, or you can use. I use like software like CapCut, or you can use Adobe. If you got the money to put in you can also hire somebody to do it. Obviously, if you're an entrepreneur, you're gonna delegate editing. You don't want to wait, create content and edit it and stuff like that. Those things take time. Obviously, if you're an entrepreneur, you run systems, right? You just delegate stuff. You don't want to edit yourself, sit down on a desk and do the stuff, right? If you're a solopreneur, if you're starting out, I get it. You don't have the money to put in. You just put 2-3 hours aside to edit yourself, scripting and stuff like that, all right? It's like after the last step is you either cut the video yourself or leverage AI. I use this a lot. I used to use Opus and made a lot of money from it. Like back then when it was a startup, nobody knew it. But you guys can use Submagic or you can use Opus Pro, anything you're convenient with to add text, visual, etc. All those sort of things. If you want to create more leverage, the best thing you can do is hire an editor. If you guys need a list of editors, I have a lot of people on my list. Just DM me on Instagram. I'll just send you the bunch of guys that I know that are fire. They charge you like $20 or $15, whatever. Just send me a DM on Instagram. I'll just send it over to the list of people. Some are from Africa, but these are good people. You know, I've working with for a while. You can also use Fiverr. You can go on Upwork, Fiverr, whatever you want. But I'm not a big fan of those because those things take time. You have to go through, you know, middleman and stuff like that. Because Fiverr is basically a middleman connecting service provider to business owner. I can literally give you direct access to the editor, so just save some hassle. Anyways, keep in mind that editing needs to be in line with your brand image. A lot of people make this mistake is that they create content, fine, it's aligned to their morals and aligned to their brand, but the editing is completely different, right? You don't want to have like because editing is a style. Basically when I was back a couple of years ago when I was like editing videos, there's styles of editing, right? There's a different like there's a way that the Hollywood videos or films that edited differently than the commercials, right? There's a different vibe, there's a different synergy, there's a different taste to it. So you need to make sure how that does. The editor should be the one who's going to take care of this, and the posting schedule should be like every single day for the next 30 days, right? It should be structured. After you structure this whole entire thing, like this whole I just taught you guys, once you build this whole entire system, you can literally post one video a day, like 30 videos. That's 30 video a month, right? That's 90 days. You can also do 2 times a day, bro. Like if you can, that's gonna be 60. You're gonna have more leverage, right? That's double the 2x of the content you're gonna be posting a month. So 60 videos, bro. One or two or three, four is gonna hit easy, bro. Imagine posting that's the reason when it comes to content, volume is king, bro. Like if you have more volume, it's insane how much you can do. But yeah, man, this is the exact system I used personally to get clients. This system works. Again, I'm emphasizing it a lot. It doesn't matter if you're running local business. If you're a dentist, running a brick and mortar business, fencing companies, HVAC, this system is insane. This works. And if you guys are watching, if you're in info, you guys already know this game. Like info people, you guys know how this thing works. But anyways, this is a short video. If you have any questions, I'll drop my Instagram below. DM me, feel free. I'm giving everything away for free. Free knowledge, free game. So you can go and out there implement it on your own. Or you can work with us and we'll handle the entire thing for you, done for you. And you just relax and see the money coming in. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.